Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. The Lake Macquarie City Council Administration Centre at Spears Point will be closed today following an early morning fire. More than 40 firefighters were called to the centre in Main Road just after 4:45 to find separate fires had broken out on the ground and first floors of the building. They took about an hour to douse the flames. Investigators are looking into the cause of the incident. Staff are working from home today and the centre will be closed to walk-in customers for the time being. Efforts are also underway to restore the customer service hotline, which is also out of action. A man who admitted to his part in efforts to import a commercial quantity of cocaine into the port of Newcastle has been sentenced. James Blake Blee will spend at least 7 years and 6 months behind bars. The 64-year-old previously pleaded guilty to drug and people smuggling offences. The district court heard the drugs were imported in the hull of a bulk carrier which docked in Newcastle in 2022. A woman accused of violently assaulting an elderly man at a Wallsend bus stop is set to have charges upgraded after the alleged victim died from his injuries. 24-year-old Kayla Hodge is expected to face the fresh charge of assault causing death when the case returns to Newcastle local court today. It's alleged Miss Hodge struck the 81-year-old in the head with a ream of paper at a bus stop on Raglan Street on November 10. The man was taken to the John Hunter Hospital in a critical condition, but has since succumbed to his injuries. About 700 Hunter students are set to race miniature solar-powered boats and cars today in a bid to educate them in STEM skills. More than 116 teams are registered, and students have been learning about renewable energy generation throughout the design process. Organiser Amber Glasper says the workshop could spark interest for students to pursue a role at the Net Zero Manufacturing Centre of Excellence at Tighes Hill TAFE.
So the students that are coming along will be the kids, hopefully, that will take up positions within the TAFE, learn about renewable energies, feel confident in those areas so that they'll consider that, hopefully, as their future career pathway.
The long-awaited intercity trains are a step closer to hitting the tracks on the Newcastle and Central Coastline, with the rail safety regulator signing off on the fleet's operation. The Korean-built trains have been sitting idle for years and have until recently been undergoing safety modifications at the maintenance facility at Kangiangi. The regulator has this week granted restricted accreditation to Sydney Trains to operate the fleet, limiting their service to the Newcastle and Central Coastline, while infrastructure enabling work is finished on other lines. The University of Newcastle's youngest graduates are taking to the stage this week. More than 1,300 school children are donning their cap and gown as they graduate from the Children's University program. Widening Participation Pathways Manager Selena Dani says it encourages children to be curious learners by participating in extracurricular activities.
So when students sign up for Children's University, they take on to find out within their local community what they're interested in. So they may be involved in sporting clubs, they may have musical interests, they may go and they might be artists, and any of the experiences that they have in community, they can log that as learning hours.
2NURFM Sport.
Newcastle basketball team, the Aussie Pacers, are celebrating 50 years of continuous participation in the local senior competition this week. Formed originally as the Lambton Leopards, the team has racked up plenty of court time over half a century, playing up to 45 games a season. The Jets are gearing up for a tough fight as they prepare to face the so far unbeatable Auckland FC. Newcastle will be the underdog of the match with only one win under their belt. Goalkeeper Ryan Scott says the Jets would love to be the first to defeat Auckland this season.
Yeah, it'd be great. Why not us? Back against the wall, going across the ditch to play them. So yeah, roll the sleeves up and get into them.
And Newcastle Knights legend Owen Craigie is preparing for the inaugural National Disability Rugby League Festival. Craigie organised the All Abilities Festival, which will host over 100 players from 7 schools at Charlestown St John's Oval next week. That's sport. I'm Meredith Blair.
And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 2, 4, 12, 17, 19, 22 and 32, and the supplementaries are 11, 27 and 31. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.